Hey, it's Troy here and welcome to the shop on a beautiful Tuesday here in the Midwest. It's much better than it was yesterday here. We had all that ice and nasty stuff here yesterday. You've probably seen it on the news. We had spinning out fire trucks and all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. But it's much better today. The sunshine is out. Everything's good. I hope you all were safe. Kind of wanted to do a quick video with you while I'm out here in the shop. Do a follow-up video to my fishing line where I talked in the previous video about monofilament for crankbait fishing. Well, now I want to talk to you about the line I use most commonly other than that, pretty much for every other application. But before we get into that video, real quick, bear with me, I got to give a shout out and a thank you to the people that make this possible. Optic Nerve Eyewear and River City Baits and Lost River Lures. Those are three of my supporters that make all this possible, so please check them out. I would greatly appreciate it, and thank you to them for your support. So when I'm not fishing with monofilament for crankbaits, with monofilament while I'm crankbait fishing, I'm actually using a copolymer 90% of the time. And that, again, this is all personal preference. This is just a suggestion of how I like to fish, what's proven to me, and you can take a tip however you want to. Please see that prequel in the other video how I explained about taking tips from me or anybody else. But I prefer copolymers. I'm not a fan of fluorocarbon. I've seen fluorocarbon since it started. And I'll do a third video kind of discussing fluorocarbon and Braid a little more about where I would use them and why I don't use them. But in this video, I want to say I'm not using fluorocarbon. I'm using copolymer. And copolymer, actually High Seas is the brand I like to use again. High Seas. This is the Quattro, a camo line. Also, too, they make High Seas makes a Black Widow. This is another kind of camouflage line. This is a low diameter. They do the green and the white, clear also. So they make a wide variety of different finishes. Now again, I'm not just promoting High Seas. There's a lot of other brands that make great copolymers. I just really like High Seas copolymer. What I like about the line is it's a combination of monofilament and fluorocarbon put together. So now I get my monofilament that I love, and I get fluorocarbon added to it. And now I get a line that's much stronger than regular monofilament, much more durable. I get a line that's low diameter, much more invisible, and again, less stretch. So that's really why I love those copolymers. Pretty much I use them in a wide variety from 6-pound line to 30-pound line. I keep a lot of different colors also because I'm really a firm believer. Actually, I'm not just a believer. I'm sold on the fact that fish are really susceptible to seeing that line. Not really susceptible. They're really skittish to seeing line, and I like to keep my line as invisible and small as possible. So I throw a lot of lighter lines. I usually use my 6 to 8-pound line on my spinning reels. I usually use 10 to 14 or 16 on my casting reels, and then I'll get into 20 or 30 if I'm flipping and pitching. If I'm flipping and pitching in real heavy cover, then I might get into the braids, which I'll talk about in the next video. But otherwise, I'm using 20 or 30-pound line for doing that. So again, it's just a line I prefer. It's been very good to me. I do the same with it as I do with my monofilaments. I fill the reel all the way up with the copolymer. I don't use a backer. I don't want any splices. I don't want any leaders. I fill it all the way. And that's another reason I keep the big spools of a lot of line. That way I can fill all the reels all the way up. I can run them down as low as I want and then, refill them again. Strip the excess off and refill them again. Again, I use 6-pound, 8-pound, 10-pound, 12-pound, 14, 16, 20, and 30. And I use all different colors. Clear, green, camouflage, red, Black Widow, Quattro camo. So I keep a wide variety again, depending on the water condition, how deep I'm fishing, just all those variables that we cross in fishing. So I just wanted to share that with you. I get a lot of people that ask me about line. That's why I wanted to do these videos. And it's kind of a tip, again, if you're interested, and maybe if you haven't been enlightened on maybe thinking of it the way I do, maybe give it a try. So I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am. I have to get back to work. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Be safe out there. Have a good day.